Shepherd is renewing its annual battle with Japanese whale hunters in the Southern Ocean. The activists will soon be making the trip to the Antarctic for their 3-month campaign, but each year their mission becomes riskier with increasing potential for violence. This year's campaign has been dubbed Operation Divine Wind. It translates as kamikaze, which was the term adopted by Japanese suicide pilots in the Second World War. And members of the controversial conservation group say they're prepared to die for their cause. It might sound extreme, but exchanges between the two groups have a history of heating up those freezing waters. It started with battles involving stink bombs and flash grenades. Then in 2008, 2 anti-whaling activists were held hostage after boarding a Japanese vessel. But things really came to a head in January last year when the Sea Shepherd's Addie Gill collided with the Japanese whaler, the Shonan Maru 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. They hit it?
Yeah, they hit it.
The $2 million bat boat had its bow ripped off and one crew member broke 2 ribs. Sea Shepherd members described the collision as attempted murder. Now there are predictions that this season will be the most intense to date. I'm joined now by Sea Shepherd Captain Paul Watson. He's on board the Bob Barker at Circular Quay in Sydney. Paul, good morning to you. This is your 8th mission. What do you hope to achieve this year?
We thought that we had finished whaling in the Southern Ocean earlier this year when we drove the Japanese fleet out 6 weeks in advance, and they only got 17% of their quota. So it makes no economic or political sense for them to return. But the Prime Minister of Japan has said that he will not surrender to us, and that's why they've allocated $30 million just to deal with us.
OK, do they go and hunt for whales in our territorial waters in Antarctica?
The whales are to be killed in the Australian Antarctic territory, in Australian waters. And, you know, the Uruguayans are arrested and reprimanded if they catch fish down there, but the Japanese seem to be given a get-out-of-jail-free card to go down and kill these whales. OK,
how come you're the only ones going down there? What do you want the government to do? What support do you get from them?
Well, we get no support from the government, but we get incredible support from the people of Australia. But what the government should be doing is actually upholding international conservation law and protecting the sovereignty of the Australian Antarctic territory. They should send a boat down there, a naval vessel, and order the Japanese fleet out of the Australian waters. OK. So are you really prepared to put lives at risk on missions like this? We see some pretty amazing vision of encounters on previous campaigns down there. Well, I have to say, as soon as you leave dock and head down to the Southern Ocean, you're putting your life at risk. This is one of the most extreme hostile climates in the world, and we're well aware of that. We take extreme precautions to make sure that nobody's injured and that we don't injure anybody, but we cannot deny the fact that it is dangerous. Yeah. All right, Paul Watson, thanks very much for your time this morning. Appreciate it. Thank you. We watched the whales